Guys, today I got another video for y'all. Short little video. We're gonna be doing UFC fighters that I think will go winless in 2026, meaning these fighters will not be getting a single win in any of their fights in 2026. So, got a couple picks here. Some guys that I think will not get a win, and then a couple guys I'm hating on and hope they don't get a win. So, keep an eye out. Keep the hate watch out. Number one, first guy, we have Bryce Mitchell. I just don't think this guy's got a win in him just with the fights that he's calling for. He's campaigning for a fight with Alexandre Tapuria right now. I don't really know how that forebodes for him. I don't really know that he wins that. So, probably only going to see this guy fight twice next year since he doesn't have anything booked yet. So, I think he loses that fight to Alexandre Tapuria. And then, I think this guy really is kind of a 50-50 fighter at this point. Obviously, he's three of his losses come to really good fighters, but I really do think that it's very possible to see this guy not eke out a win in 2026. Jesus, said 2025. Yeah, I think he loses to Alexandre Tapuria and loses whatever fight he gets after that. Number two, Brian Ortega. So obviously we have Brian Ortega. He's got his next fight booked against Renato Moicano. And honestly, going up a weight class, I don't really know that I don't know that he wins that. Obviously there's the saying of lighter man's skill. I acknowledge that that exists, but I don't really know that he has the skills that are going to translate that well in the 155 division. Obviously, if he gets dropped and then you jump into guard with him, he could probably fluke a submission off you, but yeah, I just don't think that happens to Moicano. And then I think any other lightweight that he fights is just going to put him out on the feet. So I really don't think he's going to make a splash at 155. I don't think he has the lighter man skills to actually do something when he gets to that division. So, and he got absolutely mollywopped by Aljo in China. So I just don't think this guy has it anymore. So who do we got next? Next up, Brazilian Conor McGregor. Okay. This one is definitely a hate watch from me, but I'm calling it only because he lost his last fight pretty convincingly. I don't think he's quite at Fiziev level yet, and I think he's going to lose that fight. And when he loses that fight, obviously they're going to have to match him up with someone else, not as high in the rankings. And I think if you put this guy with any competent, wrestler or grappler, he's gonna maybe not get subbed like he did versus Benoit Saint Denis, but I think he's going to lose enough time in that fight where he's not gonna be able to show off the amazing striking that kind of makes him, the fighter that he is. So, if he fights twice, I think he loses once to Fiziev, and I don't know if he gets another win against some of these lightweight contenders. A lot of them, a lot of good grapplers that I think will give him problems on the ground. So yeah, and I just don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. He just bothers me for some reason. It might just be fighting nerd runoff hate. But next up, number 6 ranked, by the way, Amir Albazi. This guy has not fought since 2024. His last fight was a loss to Brandon Moreno, and then his last win that he had, got in my notes here, was a split decision win against Kai Kara France. Right, that was a long time ago. And I don't know. I think Kyoji Horiguchi just kind of mobs this guy, just overwhelms him, puts on that amazing pressure that we saw in Kyoji's last fight. So I don't think Amir Albazi gets a win in his next matchup. And this guy didn't fight last year, so I don't know if he fights more than once. If he fights twice, I can see him being used as a guy who the UFC is trying to, get some bumped up the rankings. Hey, here's Amir Albazi. You know, that's all you, bro. Go get your win. Go get your, top eight, top 10 win. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this guy has it. This isn't even really a hate thing, like the last one was. This is kind of just I don't know how this guy is as high up as he is. So yeah, I think he's copping a loss in his next fight and any subsequent fights in 2026. So I'm calling that one. Next up, Colby Chaos Covington. Another guy that also didn't fight in 2025. Him and Amir Albazi are my two picks, and I'm really trying to get ready for this video. I'm trying to keep this prediction rate pretty accurate. I feel pretty confident with him and Amir Albazi, but the other four I'm not too sure about. And there's one more after this, but I think Colby's just very old at this point. He didn't fight last year, and I think he has like one more fight in the UFC, one more loss where, if he does not make it convincing enough that he's still decent, I think we see him in Misfits boxing or some sort of bare knuckle fighting, something just Tony Ferguson level fall off, something like that. We'll see him in. But yeah, I could definitely see him having a very heated rivalry with like Nate Diaz in boxing or something. That'll go on the undercard of Jake Paul fight or something of that such. So yeah, I don't think this guy beats whoever he's going up against. I think someone's earning a free ranking spot off of him. So and the last and final guy who we don't even hate that much, just sorry for you, bro. Sorry that it has to happen. Izzy, I don't know, bro. It's not looking too good. Obviously lost his last fight to Imavov. And I don't know. I think Izzy is one of those guys where he's gonna see the four fight losing streak or 3 fight losing streak, and he's gonna or that 1-4 in the last 5 fights, and he's not gonna want to sit there and stack up L's losses like he's Anderson Silva. So I think he's gonna be a guy that we see him lose one more time convincingly. He's gonna want to dip out of the UFC with some legacy still intact. So I think it's very possible that he retires from the UFC, and if, he doesn't get a win in this next one, he'll be winless in 2026. So, obviously, I think I've heard Michael Venom Page to go up against this guy. I thought they were going to do the Strickland rematch, but it doesn't appear to be looking like that. So it looks like they're going to do Izzy versus MVP maybe. That's going to be a very boring fight, honestly. As much as people say these guys are expert level kickboxers, they are definitely point fighters that kind of tick and tack at each other. So I think that one's going to be a very low, low highlight fight. And if he loses that, I think he's going to bow out of the UFC. So yeah, I don't think Izzy's copping a win in 2026. I think just with who's left in the division to match up against, I don't think he's really gonna in a position to be getting a win. So yeah, those are all the fighters that I think will be going winless in 2026. Um, yeah, these were just a few names I could think of. I tried to keep these accurate to things I could actually see happening. So I definitely could have said some other people. Like I could have said Marab's not winning a fight or Pantoja's not winning a fight, and that would have just been crazy work. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'll be coming out with the opposite of this video with UFC fighters that I think are going to go undefeated in 2026, and I'll try and keep that to people are going to fight at least twice in my mind. So, yeah, that one should be a lot of fun to record. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. I'll see you guys tomorrow for that video. And thank you very much for watching. And make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Peace out.